Today I want to talk about New Year resolutions, and unfortunately this is about the fifth time that I'm making this video, and I have been remaking them because I noticed that at the end of the day they are extensive and unnecessarily long, but I'm trying my best to see if I can bring it down to maybe 16 minutes or 15 minutes. So my mouth is exhausted from talking and talking and talking, and yeah, it hasn't been easy, but here we go again, and I'm trying to make a new one. So today I want to talk about New Year resolutions, and I want to I'm not a fan of New Year resolutions. Typically, I belong to the school of thought that preaches about enforcing whatever new idea that comes to you the day after it has come to you, the day after it was conceived, and there is no way putting it forward to the end of the year to reflect over everything in order to enforce them the next year. So if an idea is birthed today, enforce it tomorrow, enforce it today even if you can. So I'm not a I don't these I have about 7 ideas, principles that have helped me to fare well in life, that has given me a good latitude to make good progress in life, and I figured why not have that conversation. I'm going to be as precise and as brief as I can so that I don't make them long, so that I don't unnecessarily make the video long again. So I will start. I've already talked about the first point, but the first point is about working out. I'm a fan of working out. I love working out. Working out allows me never to fall below a certain threshold in life. It allows me never to fall below a certain landmark, below a certain psychological state, because I know deep down that if I'm working out, there are principles within me that are still in function, that are still working, that are still functioning. A principle of consistency, a principle of patience, a principle of again consistency. I'm saying it again because basically consistency is one of the pillars that hold success, that one of the pillars upon which success and any tangible, reasonable concept about life is built on. So I love working out, and it makes me happy. It gives me joy, and it allows me to reason better. It allows me to think better. It allows me to take better decisions, and most importantly, the idea that I am still in the game of life, that I am taking care of my health, gives me the backing, the fortitude to confront further obstacles and to relax when things are going haywire and things are not going as planned, because I know that at least I am physically strong, which translates into mental strength, which translates into the strengths necessary to confront life, so to confront the obstacles of life and the tribulations of life. So working out is the first principle that I would advise anybody to to imbibe. Work out, and you will see the changes that it comes with. It allows you also to eat well, because the community is a decent and a good one, is a decent, excellent, and they go to and fro helping each other, making sure that they eat quite well. You can just be working out in the gym and someone will buy yogurt for everybody to take. Someone could buy some meat for everybody around to take. Someone could buy soybeans for people to take. So it allows you to truly see what a good diet is all about. So the next time when you go around and you see people drinking and you see people taking junks, it no longer appeals to you, because it no longer appeals to you, because you know the community you belong to. You know the community you belong to, and you've seen the way they eat, and you see how they think, and you want to think like them. So that's basically it all about working out. Now the second thing, the second idea, the second principle that is helping me so far in life is reading. I read a lot these days. I started last year. Before then, I've not been able to do that because of school and medical school. I've always been engrossed in my academics, and rarely did I have time to look out to read something non-academic. But since last year, I told myself I am going to start reading some books, and so far I've been reading books. I'm still reading books. Currently, I'm reading this Selfish Gene by, is it Dawkins? I've forgotten his first name. Is it Richard Dawkins? And it's a fantastic book. So far it has been a fantastic read. Reading allows you the experience of people who have come before you, the experience of people who are still living. Reading allows you the knowledge necessary, the solutions to problems that you are currently facing in life, and it allows you the insight into it allows you it also tells you that you are not alone in your problem, that whatever you are facing in life, someone else has faced that in life and has probably surmounted it and devised a perfect answer, a perfect solution to that problem. And they wrote it down so that he who is looking for the solution, if he could read this book, we have those answers to his problems. So basically, reading makes you feel less lonely. It makes you feel less lonely, and it is a good concept, the idea that you are not alone and whatever you are going in life. I'm focusing on that because I feel that is the one that hits close to people, that whatever you are going through in life, you are not going through that, you are not alone, you are not going through that in isolation. Others are passing through it. And if only you can read extensively, you will be exposed to the knowledge people who have come before you have garnered and have in a book for you to digest. So, and that raises the question why people don't read. Well, that's a question for another day. So yeah, obvious. Other than that, reading helps you to improve how you speak, how you write, how you think, how you relate with people. So these are just the effects of reading, the psychological effect of reading. But in my case, other than these last advantages I listed out, the main one is that it allows me to know. It shows me the solution to some of the problems I'm facing in life. Okay, it shows me it comforts me in the fact that I'm not passing through life alone, and there are people who are also experiencing the same thing, the same problem that I'm experiencing, and that I should hold forth and hold firm and not give up, that whatever I'm passing through is expected and it is the event of life unfolding. And it gives you comfort and allows you to relax and allows you to relax and face life. So read, it will help you a lot. The third principle that I abide by, or I'm trying to abide by. The first two I've really taken them to heart. This third one I'm still taking it to heart, but it hasn't really sunk in like the last two. And that's, you have to be open to the opinion of others. It helps to sculpt you. It helps to mold your ideas, so it helps your ideas to take a proper form, a better form. Okay, I pride myself as someone who is honest and who is open to the opinion of others, and I believe I do listen to others and I try to digest what their points, but I want to do that more often. Most times people listen because they just want to respond. They are not really digesting what the person in front of them are saying. Other times they don't listen at all. Other times they get caught up in their own mind and in their own thoughts and never ever try to get input from people or people who don't believe in what they think, or people who don't believe in ideas, people who don't share in their ideas, people who don't share in their ideas. And when you don't do that, you don't grow. There was a conversation I had with a friend the other time, okay, and it was an open conversation. He threw some good points towards me, I internalized them, and then I threw back some good points towards him, and then we dissected a lot of topics that day. So, and we were talking about, he told me, he made a statement that vulnerability is not weakness. I've always known that, but it hits different when you have conversed with a colleague, with a friend, even with a non-friend, with a foe. It hits different when you've gone back and forth with that person, and then they make a certain statement. You see that statement from a different point of view. Yes, I've heard this before. Yes, I might have experienced this before, but just the sheer fact that I had this conversation with this person, and then he throws back the same cliche, the same terms that I've been hearing for a long time, it hits differently, and you tend to internalize it more because it scratches the core of your principles. It scratches deeper into the core of your principles, and that is something worthwhile and worthwhile. So he said that, and I was pleased with that conversation, and it truly gave me the nudge to listen more to people. Like I said, I listen, but I want to listen more. So if you can listen more to people with open mind, when they say something you don't like, digest their point, their opinion, be honest. Be honest and formulate an opinion, your own opinion, articulately, and throw it back at them in hopes that they themselves will be honest and will counter your point. And that is how we grow. You excavate gems when you do that. I've excavated gems just by doing that with people, and I intend to do that more in 2026. We're already in 2026, so I intend to do that more this year. Excavate more gems by allowing people with different opinions to let you into their world, okay? And then you in turn let them into your own world, and then see if you can get to an understanding. It mustn't always end to an understanding. You could agree to disagree, but the idea is you were truly open, and unfortunately it didn't turn out the way you expected, but at least you were open to the ideas and in honesty, and you in reason did not think that it made sense, and you can go on with your life. So at least that's what I'm trying to do this 2026. Then the fourth point is to aim low enough. All right, so I got this point from Jordan Peterson. I always tell people, not people anyway, but the person who gave me the nudge to start my YouTube channel was a correspondent from the United States. In turn, the person who incubated the idea of starting this YouTube channel, the person who incubated me and who allowed me who lets me know the advantages and disadvantages of the how do I need to phrase it, but I need to phrase this more properly. The person who incubated me, who incubated the idea of taking risk, was Jordan Peterson. As far away as he is, he influenced me, because this YouTube channel that I have now is as a result of myself aiming low enough. When I first started this YouTube channel, I wasn't truly sure what it would be all about, but I told myself I'm going to aim low enough. I'm going to allow myself to be embarrassed, and it's not a bad thing. Embarrassment is a consequence of aiming low enough, because if you don't know a concept, if you don't know an idea, a feature of life, a component of life, the only way you can truly garner that knowledge is to aim low enough. Assuming you are 20 years old and the knowledge you require is the knowledge you require is widespread among the 18 years olds, and unfortunately we weren't able to pick it there. If you don't bring yourself low enough to and extend your hand and ask for help and be able to look foolish, you will not truly succeed in life. Okay, experience does not come by growing old. It comes by learning. And when you don't know something, when you don't know a concept, you have to ask people and ask them to help you. And also my admittance of my inability to properly speak English, or my admittance of my inability, my admittance of the fact that I am not fluent in English is, to a degree, myself aiming low enough, because there are certain people who, when you tell them that they are not fluent in English, they get mad, because how dare you make such a statement. So this 2026, I have made it about myself aiming low enough, and if there is something I don't know about life, a feature about life that I'm yet to figure out, and someone close by knows about it, if I am going to ask for help, okay, and if that person cannot provide that help, I will find a way. Okay, I am not going to tell myself that I am too big for this idea, that this idea should automatically jump into my core and start manifesting. It's not possible. There was never a time I learned it, so I shouldn't expect it to manifest. So I'm making it a part of me to aim low enough in the activities of life. If I am not able to, if I don't know about anything, I am willing to ask. And if there is a goal that I intend to pursue, and I'm not certain about, if there is a goal I intend to pursue, and if there is a goal I intend to pursue, and that goal is too big, I intend to break it down and start at the elementary level. Even if those at that level are my juniors, I intend to start there. It could be embarrassing, but as I said before, embarrassment is a feature of growth. Being stupid and foolish, or appearing in quotes stupid and foolish, is a feature of vulnerability and willingness to learn and to grow. And that is what I want to imbibe this year. All right, the next one: come to good terms with your weakness. Okay, I am tall. I'm tall. I meant I'm not definitely tall. I am not tall. I cannot play basketball. And things that I cannot do, if I have a weakness, example, the fact that I am not as fluent in English as I would want. Another example, the fact that I am yet to, okay, that's basically the only example, but my inability to speak English fluently is a weakness. And I've come to good terms with that, because when you have a weakness and you fail to acknowledge it, you shy away from it, you are not helping yourself. You are giving the people you are giving your enemies, in quotes, the tools they require to tackle you and to overwhelm you and to make you fail in life. Okay, but when you tell yourself that this is my weakness, okay, that's the first question I ask myself. This is my weakness. How can I improve my weakness? And then if it is, that's how can I improve my weakness, is me coming to terms with my weakness. If it is a weakness I can improve, such as this English now, then I'm going to work actively to improve it, to get to a level that I want, by reading, by writing, by watching good podcasts, by eliminating some junks in my YouTube shorts and allowing myself good speakers and articulate speakers. Okay, that's one way I can improve my English. So that's one way of improving my weakness, and at some point my weakness transforms into a strength. So that's basically what I mean by myself coming to good terms with my weakness. And if it is a weakness that I cannot, I was thinking about another weakness, and that was the fact that when I was small, I've always been a slim person, and I've told myself I hated being slim. But I hated being slim because it made me appear unnecessarily weak. And then I told myself, I hate this. I hate the fact that I was slim. But I did not hate myself. I told myself, I am going to work out. Because if I work out, and I am going to eat well. Because if I eat well, then I'm going to see changes. Okay? And then I started doing that, which was why the first time I first touched barbells was in 2012 when I came out of secondary school. The second time I touched barbell was in 2017, I think, and again in 22, 23, and subsequently I've always tried my best to work on my weakness. So it ties together the point I made at the earlier this video, that I don't really make New Year resolutions towards the end of the year. If at any point it came to me, a good idea comes to me, I start implementing it. So yes, that's the fact that I am slim, that I was extremely slim, wasn't a good feature that I intend to carry on having. And I started working on myself by eating well, by eliminating junks, by drinking more water, excess water, by urinating more, by sleeping more, by reducing stress by as much as I can, even though it is hard, by exercising, which I'm still exercising up to date. These are the ways I try to improve my weaknesses. Okay. These are the ways I try to improve my weaknesses. So far, the fact that I'm slim, I've improved, and the fact that I can speak English, I'm improving. Okay. And then one other weakness that I can't really work on is the idea that I'm not tall enough to play basketball. I don't give a fuck about basketball. If I know that naturally I'm incapable of doing this, that is where I draw my boundary. And I tell people I could enjoy this sport, but I refuse to allow my happiness to be at the other end of the other end of my weakness. That is to say, if I am the fact that I'm not as tall, I'm stopping myself from using short, because I've seen shorter people, and I'm definitely not short, but I'm not tall enough to be a basketball player. So yeah, that's basically the point I'm trying to make. If it is a weakness I cannot work on, I draw my boundaries around that, and I refuse to let my happiness be across that boundary. Okay, and then everything that makes me happy is within this boundary. Okay, so I forgot a point about working out. It's not just to work out, you also need to learn how to fight. Okay, these are the things that build competence, and with competence comes confidence. Okay, so learning how to fight is a prerequisite for a strong mind. Okay, it gives you this relaxation when you come into any field and into any room and into any place. You can, hey, there could be big guys there, but I'm certain that if a fight breaks out, I am not the weakest link. It calms your mind enough to articulate your point before any group of persons. Okay, so come to terms with your weakness and improve your weakness. If you can't work on your weakness, draw that boundary. Don't let your happiness be at the other end of your weakness. That's what I tell myself. And the next one is, you are not special. Yeah, I've always worked with the mindset that I'm not special. That's the fifth point now. I've always worked with the mindset that I'm not special, because in a world where everybody thinks they are special and people believe that the world revolves around them, I don't like that idea. And this is one concept I figured out very early in life. I believe that I tell myself that, sorry, I got distracted. I got distracted a little bit. Okay, I told myself that whatever I need to do in life, I have to do it. That nobody is coming to help me. Nobody is coming to save me. I make plans in life, I make plans in life, not putting helps I get from people in it, I just make those plans, and I make those plans as though nobody's coming to help me. And then if someone comes midway to help me, I thank that person. I thank the person and I thank him extensively. Okay, but it allows me, the fact that I believe that I'm not special allows me to jump when others are jumping, allows me to read extensively because I know if I don't read I will pass this exam. And it also allows me a calm mind because I know there's no magic is going to happen. If it does happen, fine. If I don't prepare for an exam and I fail that exam, I don't really blame anybody because I know obviously what did I expect. If I so it makes me, it pushes me to do my best in everything, in anywhere, to do my best in anything to do my best in the affairs of life. It makes me to do my best. It allows me the leeway, the latitude to do my best in the affairs of life. Okay, so that's basically that. And I allow the events of life to play. And also, most importantly, it makes me not to ask some stupid questions like, why me? I hate that question. Why not me? If they are cutting the arms of everybody in this vicinity, why can't my arm be cut? Why can't your arm be cut? So it reconfigures my mentality and allows me to ask, if not why. I don't ask why not me. I don't want bad things to happen to me, but I definitely don't ask why me. I just allow the events of life to play out, and whatever that happens to me is just life happening. It has this stoic connotation. So I allow events of life to play out and I act accordingly by doing my best. It's as though I'm playing a game of chess with life and I do my best. And if it wins, fair enough, it's fair game. I did my best. But the most important thing is to do your best and not relax, okay? And if you think you are special, and even in that mentality of thinking you are special, you are still trying your best and not making plans, considering making plans and putting people in your plans. If you can reason like that and still think you are special, it works perfectly. But for me, I like to consider myself not so special, not special at all. That way I know that if they start shooting in my vicinity, I could be shot. So typically if I'm in my vicinity and a gun and a fight breaks out and they are shooting up and down and I get shot, I'm dying with a peaceful mind. Not that I want that, but why not me? You get the point now. So I guess I have buttressed this principle, this idea better. So I'm moving to the next one, and the next one is to take calculated risk. So this ties together to aiming low enough. I love taking risk, but that term calculated is tricky because even now I can't even define what that calculated entails. So it's a bit tricky, but I take pride in, I know it comes with intuition. You have to trust your gut and your intuition. There are certain risks that you don't take in life that when you do take it spells doom. You are caught in disaster basically, and disaster, I mean, it could be life threatening. There are times when those calculated risk entails taking life threatening decisions and actions. And so, but the idea is we're not at war basically. You as an individual is not at war basically, and you should take calculated risk. I see people sometimes they are afraid of speaking in public. I am afraid of speaking in public, but it has never stopped me from speaking in public. That is a calculated risk. There are people who would want to speak in public, and whenever they are called to speak in public, they run away. Even up to date, I have spoken in public a lot of times, but even now, I still have that fear and I still get anxious when I still want to speak in public. But it is normal. It is never going to stop me from taking those risks. And people are scared of embarrassment and being laughed at. But like I said earlier, embarrassment and being mocked and being laughed at are are features, are consequences of a child who is willing to learn. And you shouldn't be sad that you are embarrassed in pursuit of growth. Okay, in pursuit of growth, you can embarrass me. It's all fair game. All is fair in love and war and learning, as far as I'm concerned. So that's basically that. And take calculated risk, and you should be fine. And I know that the devil is in the detail, calculated, but don't be afraid and confront life. Take good decisions. Read, because when you read, people who have come before you will expand on what calculated entails when it comes to risk. You are obviously not going to jump into the river Niger in search of a gold, because in search of a possible gold, because I said you should take a calculated risk, and you feel for whatever reason that it is calculated enough for you to risk your life. It's stupidity. But it's experience and reading, experience garnered by reading books and by interacting with elders and by interacting with your peers and interacting with people you don't like and interacting with people you don't know, and interacting with people allows you the time, gives you the wisdom to know when a risk is calculated and when to jump into it. And if you don't know what it entails to be, the rule is this: hey, whatever, the best way to make the risk calculated most times is to be prepared. Okay, so if you are going to speak in public, prepare yourself. At least if you are going for war, train. If you are going to fight, train. When you train those things, you reduce the risk. It becomes not so risky. Okay, I don't know if I'm communicating, but that's basically that. And if that's the 6 points I would love to address. And if I am to tie them together with some other point, it should be to take good care of your health. Take good care of your health and be happy. Be peaceful with yourself. Be peaceful in yourself. Be happy and peaceful in yourself, and take good care of your health. These are basically the principles I live by. I've been living by all this time, and the core principles, because I try not to overwhelm myself with a lot of principles. You keep writing these new resolutions, so over time you overcomplicate things. Some rules contradict the other. So basically, at times I take out one, I add another, I take out. It's growth. Okay, so these things are not set in stone, but this is typically how I operate this at 2026. So with that, I wish you the best. You don't aim for perfection. Okay, you can never be perfect. My YouTube videos are not perfect. My background is not perfect. I don't care. Don't aim for perfection. Okay, I guess that's also another point I would like to add. Don't aim for perfection. Be comfortable making mistakes. Make a lot of mistakes. Okay, by aiming low enough, by being willing to be embarrassed. Be comfortable making mistakes. And making mistakes are the crucible in which strength, and the crucible in which ideas, the principle in which a strong personality, a strong person with staunch tenacity is forged. So make mistakes and be comfortable making mistakes, and be happy and be healthy, eat well. Okay, so those are basically what I have for you this new year, and I wish you the best. I wish you a prosperous new year as you pursue your goals, and I wish you a long life and prosperity, and hopefully we will see again 2027. Have a great day.